And welcome back here as we're getting ready for match number 3 here between NAVI and Emporium Titans. We've had a perfect war that we saw from Tribe in match number 1, and match number 2 we saw a 1-star that has come in from VA Esports, and they were not able to get the victory against early attacks. So we already know the first match in round 2, Tribe versus early attacks, that's going to be a great one. But this is going to be a fantastic one between NAVI and Emporium Titans here.
Yes, indeed. This is one for the books. We have some fan favorites playing, but also we mentioned before, we have some streaks ongoing in a few different clans, and this is one of them. I think if I'm correct, Gaku across all tournaments is at a a triple streak of 33 triples in a row. Will he be able to keep it up in this one? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And in this one, you said it in the chat already, like, about jinxing. I can't jinx, so I'm going to say this statement right here. You ready? Take your time. Here we go. NAVI is going to go perfect in this war. 100%. Guarantee it. So you can write it up right there. Yes, NAVI's not going to fail. NAVI is going to go... I can't jinx. It's impossible. No, you heard it right here. There's no way NAVI can fail the attack. All right, now what are you going to do with that information?
So watch. This is the biggest jinx ever. Because not only, they're not going to go perfect. Imagine Gaku fails, and because you jinxed, he's going to mess up the perfect wall and his triple streak.
Well, it just won't happen. I know that can't happen from NAVI, right? And so... But here we go with the very first attack from NAVI. As it looks like, if I'm looking at Emporium Titans, they do have an attack already there, and it looks to be 3. So Pikachu is going to have to triple here with a Lalo attack, as we've got the Queen off to the left side. Super Barbarians being used around this Queen as she's going to push her way through. And Pikachu loves to have a healer puppet on his Queen to help potentially turn it into a little mini Queen charge.
Yeah, the King's doing some heavy damage here on the south-hand side. There's a skeleton spell which Pikachu used to help get some additional value, distract some of those defenses, and he's coming in hot. We've got the Lalo kicking off on that right-hand side with the Warden Eternal Tome securing the safe blimp towards the Town Hall with a Rage will secure an additional star on the board. Now, those Clan Castle troops are still to be feared. They are pulled from those Yetis that were in range of the Town Hall area.
Yeah, with balloons coming up and around this base, he's at just about a minute left and at crushing here. Remember, it's all about speed. So the first attack, the triple that we did see on the right side of the screen where it says 3 stars from Emporium Titans, that actually was a 2-minute and 10-second attack. So that was relatively very slow, as we're going to see Pikachu coming in, finishing it off with 4 balloons left to try to get this clean up. And it is indeed a 3-star here, going to the storage, taking it down, and Pikachu finishes 1 minute and 27 seconds here.
Yeah, that will be tying it even after the first 2 attacks. 3 stars each on the board. And I think this one was just a little bit quicker in favor of the Pikachu's attack there as well.
Yep, indeed. So Pikachu, 1:27, while Emporium Titans had 2 minutes, 10 seconds. That is a huge lead. So I don't know if you can make up a differential in that big of a gap. I guess if you have one attack that fails, but we know that that can't happen from NAVI, right? That there's no jinxing involved here. But we will have plenty more attacks to come, and if you win this match, you'll be advancing in the upper bracket. As this is match number 3 here of the World's Warm-Up, but let's take a recap of the very first attack that we were not able to catch. So let's go into Emporium's Titans attack here, which ended up coming with some E-Dragons, Coco.
Yeah, E-Dragons is known to be a quick attack. I think we've seen the quickest attack, I think, from Dobbs, which was an Electro Dragon, which was a 57-second attack. Let's see what this one was. I think this one was over 2 minutes. We've got the Rages in, which will be probably used nice and early. There's a bunch of them in here as well as freezes to help stop the amount of damage coming in on his dragons. Now, he had a bit of funneling with that baby dragon and an additional one on the left. And the main portion powering in from the left-hand side. Eternal Tome protecting them, and as well as getting the blimp under the warden ability as well.
Yeah, as that blimp will be looking to go for that town hall, as it did remove it. As these E-Dragons will then have to loop around this space. Still has that king. He's going to make his way through, but the question is about the time. What slowed this attack down? Because E-Dragons really are a pretty quick attack. As a Tesla farm did pop up to the top side, and it looks like that is where maybe some of these E-Dragons got picked off.
Yeah, the heroes are doing some work on that right-hand side. They're still looking healthy. A lot of hero ability still remaining, but as you mentioned, the Electro Dragons, they took so much damage on the left, only leaving one left. The hidden Tesla farm is picking off even more damage, even taking that warden down. Does have a revive, actually, which we usually see on the king, so it's interesting to see that that combination is on this one as well. We do occasionally see it, which means he can pick off a few more defenses on the left. World Champion still going strong. Queen still has her ability. She can reach over these walls and get them down, which did secure him the triple at the end of the day.
Yeah, he did, as that Queen's ability ended up helping secure this, as that Queen had the healers that did pop up from the ability running through. Remember, the multi-target Inferno, it has a lot of beams, obviously, but the damage output is relatively low. So if the Queen has plenty of health, then she's able to stay alive and really push through. And look at this. So this is the reason why it took so long, is because the Queen ended up having to go through this wall, and this was almost a defense for P. Castro.
Yeah, Queen is the best wall breaker in the game. We're going to speed this one up and get this one down so we don't miss the next attack. Queen does finally break through, gets the triple on the board, which did put the pressure on a little bit for NAVI to make sure that they did have to triple it in the first attack, but they came in clutch, 2 hits in, and it's even, but time did sway, as we mentioned, for NAVI.
Yeah, Navi's got the time advantage by quite a bit at the moment. With Emporium times again, their attack was 2 minutes 10 seconds, while P. Castro's attack was 1 minute 27 seconds, where at this meta, you really want to start to be under a minute 30 against the top teams, as we're seeing now the Root Riders with the Skeleton spells. No overgrowth here as the Queen is down. Siege Barracks with 2 P.E.K.K.A.s coming out to the top side. Root Riders, Belks, and are we going to see some spring traps kind of towards the edge? The Root Riders won't get sprung, but those could be end up used for Valkyries, like Itsu mentioned before, that can really kind of stall up an attack if you do clip the Velks.
Yeah, the poison spell tower going off makes sure that actually there's a lot of damage coming in on these Root Riders, and he's holding on to his Warden ability, which means I think we might even lose a few of these Root Riders. There goes that Warden ability. We got the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. So all of these Root Riders that did take a lot of damage will be regaining it, but Town Hall compartment has another Giga Poison from the Town Hall, as well as the second Poison Spell Tower.
With this Queen continuing her way to the bottom side, has her ability. There's the King's Giant Gauntlet, getting right on through that monolith with the Skeleton spell, the Root Rider, as now he's just moving his way towards the backside. 1 freeze in the back, drops it now. Okay, there it is. He actually had 2 there. Queen's ability going off. Still has the Royal Champion ability, as he has passed the minute mark and now starting to rack up a little bit more time. You know, that will play a role in this match here, as you want to try to get as fast as possible, taking every single building down.
Yeah, it's definitely faster than their previous attack, but we're nearing that 1 minute 30 mark, just slightly over it. But Rakibul coming in with another triple now from Emporium Titans. Now NAVI have to triple yet again.
Yeah.
So will they get it down? I mean, they have that time advantage, but at this point, these teams, they are hoping to get that first defense down, especially Emporium Titans, now that they are a bit behind on time.
Yeah, a little bit behind on time, but that's not what they have to focus on just in the moment, because we saw other teams, they tried to be quick and it cost them stars. So you have to focus on getting the 3-star first and then try to see some ways to speed that up. And a lot of times there's some matches where the players are trying to be very quick and it actually backfires and they mess up the attack due to trying to be quick. Just the small mistake could cause you the fail in these matches.
Yeah, I think that's why sometimes when we do see some defenses, they can be quite low. So sometimes we see them around like the 70s, maybe even 80s.
Wait, what?
Oh, but look at this base that we've got here. And we're going to bring in a Zapquake Lalo.
Sign me up, Stars. This is perfect. This is perfect for my Warden Fireball. If I hit this Town Hall, everything is gone. Yes, it is a slow attack, but oh my goodness, look at the core of this base as we're seeing lightning spells being used right away. But imagine a Warden Fireball hitting that Town Hall. Bye-bye to so much stuff in the middle. Woo.
Yeah, that would be really cool to see the Fireball hit all of those defenses in the middle of the base. However, he's already got his King and the Queen on the north-hand side. Warden's coming in with the Lalo on the left, Stone Slammer on the south, Raw Champion on the right. He's approaching this base from all sides, which is going to actually help force these loons in towards the middle of the base because the heroes on the north cleared out all of those defenses. Now here goes the loons into the heart of this base. There is an invisibility spell tower, but because he's cleared out all of the defenses from the ring, everything's just meeting in the middle to get the triple done.
What? Is he going to be under a minute? Wait a second. Look at that. He's at 61 seconds. Stars. Are you serious? Look at that. The base was perfectly set up to take everything out around the edge, just completely overwhelm the core. And this is definitely what you do not use that type of base against these pros. They will absolutely smash it. And not only just 3-star it, but going for the world record time. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. The time, that's one of the fastest attacks I've ever seen. I don't think it is the fastest, but it's definitely on the record board, that's for sure. Especially with a Lalo as well. Yeah. He planned it so perfectly to make sure that all of the defenses around the outside were cleared because he knew that the loons will go directly for the defenses in the middle. Now, there was an invisibility spell tower, but it didn't even slow it down. It was a really well executed attack.
Yeah, Stars absolutely took everything down. Lightning spells got some fantastic value as he just moved his way through and was able to just clean up the edges, and he didn't have to worry about the Town Hall. Yes, there was an invisibility spell, but he just completely overpowered it and got that done. I think Emporium Titans was hoping that something caused them to mess up with the Town Hall and all that stuff in the core, but that's not the case. Not only did they not mess up, but they went for a super quick triple. As we're now seeing, Stars' base has those little bit of walls, and I feel like we saw this base or something very similar in a previous match as the lightning spell's coming down with a Zap Lalo.
Yeah, Zapquake on the right-hand side. Get some good value there for the multi-inferno, and I think the enemy queen went down there on the right-hand side, and he's already clearing out some funding because he's already got the walls open to that compartment there for his king, but also the queen for the town hall compartment. So he's multitasking his hero dive at the moment with an ice golem, which will give some nice freeze value in there. Town hall's not active, but it will slow down some of those clan castle troops and the expo to help push that queen a little bit further.
And the queen does slow the expo down a little bit with her frozen arrow, clearing some of these archers. Her ability can then go for the town hall, which will probably lure out the rest of the clan castle of maybe ice golems here, as the king's ability has gone off. And no, it's a lot of archers and super minions. So he goes with a freeze, because that queen, remember, you don't get too much health recovery from a frozen arrow, as the ability goes off and the town hall has been secured.
Yeah, good thing he had a poison in here as well. He gets the clan castle troops down. Those super minions could do some really heavy damage on those loons if he didn't. Now, the Lalo's going to scout those hounds first for the loons that are approaching these defenses. Now, he doesn't have too many freezes to stop this splash damage. We do have the Warden Eternal Tome, though, to help protect them through, because there are 2 multi-infernos remaining as well as that scatter shot.
And I believe his Warden is on ground. They forgot to change it off to air as he's trying to continue to fly around. It's not looking like it's doing any difference because it doesn't look like there's any ground expo that's really focused on the Warden as he's just continuing his way through. But the Eagle Artillery remains standing. The multi's in the core. Tesla's off to the far right side, and It's looking like this is going to be a whole... Wait, no, he still has the Royal Champion or ability, which will be clutch to try to move through the defensive king. The Spare Fox has now just gone down to that multi-archer tower. There's the RC ability. Hog's coming through as he has to get through a defensive king as well.
It was unfortunate that we couldn't get the multi-inferno down with those clan castle troops. So that would have been huge to help push those hogs a little bit further, but you can see the damage that came through there. We had some traps as well, and the Eagle Artillery staying up until the very end meant it could just do some damage throughout the entire attack. And unfortunately for Emporium Titans, they'll be falling short on Stars' base here.
Yeah, not using Root Riders and coming in with a Zap Lalo, and it's not even going to be a time fail. It's a fail, where he did not able to have any troops staying alive here, and Stars comes in with basically almost a 60-second attack, and then the very next one coming in with a very strong defense. A single defense here in this meta really means that you have a really great opportunity to win the match, as Stars has done his job here, and now he's just relying on the rest of his teammates here for NAVI to just get their triples.
Yes, indeed. Now, I wonder what's going to happen with the remainder of the attacks, though, because they do have a huge advantage, not just only by gaining that extra star, but also time and percentages, all in Navi's favor. So we could be seeing some fun stuff. Hopefully we do. Now, Gaku is up. Now, he's on a win streak with his triples. I think he's at 33 triples in a row across a variety of different tournaments. Let's see if he can keep it up. At the moment, we've got the Root Riders coming in on the left-hand side. Early warn ability, and everything's frozen in place here from those ice golems coming out of Rakibul's clan castle.
With double... Oh, he does use the overgrowth, but one poison does get launched here. I was going to say... He might have wanted to have the other poison spell being hit by the overgrowth, but unfortunately he is getting slowed down as he's trying to avoid this core, which also includes the Town Hall, as he does still have the King ability, a Rage, and a Skeleton spell to use as this Queen is making her way on the complete outside of the space.
Yeah, Queen will have to go to abilities soon if she takes more damage from that Expo, which will make her invisible. The Unicorn's taking the damage from the Expo, though, and not a lot of healing will come back in. Now, the Town Hall is still up. We need these Root Riders to path forwards, open up these walls for the King to get in here. The double single Inferno looking scary on this side, but they do get it down. A lot of troops still remain in the Root Riders and the Hog Riders. Now, the Giga Poison's going to do some damage here, though. We have one Skeleton spell trying to distract the Expo on the left, but the Giga Poison is picking off a lot of health.
Oh boy. The Royal Champion, she's going down. The King's going down. Two Expos still remain. Coco.
No!
You overpowered my Jinx. Wait, what?
What?
You said it right. Okay, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. I might have said something in the beginning, but Coco, you said it at the beginning of the attack. So, I guess.
Yeah, but
no
you
perfect
said
war for
it
Navi?
was gonna be a perfect war, and I said, "Watch, this is gonna be Gaku's streak down." What?
Oh my! Well, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't know what to say here, but are we? Do we have? Is jinxing really real? Like, what's going on? I am so what? How did that happen? Gaku?
Well, I sincerely apologize on behalf of both of us to Gaku for ruining his triple streak here. Now, they do have the advantage still. This is rocking up as much percentage as possible. 92%. The Phoenix is getting low, though.
How about this?
And
it
doesn't get the Expo down.
I'll guarantee now that Navi won't fail another attack. There we go. Okay, now it's safe. Now Navi's good. They're gonna. There's no way. There's no way. And so, wow, that was Gaku falling short, but it can't happen again, right? It can't happen again. There's no way.
Of course not. It could
Twice
never.
in one war? Nah. I guess you just have to stay tuned to find out in this match to see if what happens. But Emporium Titans, they are going to have to get the triples. And we have a fail that was an 88% from Emporium Titans, while Gaku got a 92%. So the percentage is close. So at this point, time is out the window. Now it's all about getting 3 stars and hoping that you can pull in a defense to still win this match here, Coco.
Yes, indeed. Stars are even. Percentage is what is swaying it at the moment. We have NYU from Emporium Titans coming in next. More Root Riders, and everything is deployed already very quickly. Now, we've got the siege clearing up around the right. A few Root Riders on the north. Now, they're taking a bit of damage here because we've got some hidden Teslas popping up, as well as the Scatter Shot, the Multi-Inferno, or the Clan Castle troops are emerging here as well. Poison Spell is deployed to try and get those down before those Root Riders path into the heart of the base.
Yeah, with a freeze on the Monolith, the pack as the Root Rider's coming across here as he's trying to now open up the core. And there's a heal here that we're seeing for the King, and as the Queen will step into there, the Warden's ability does go off as he's pathing his way through, as wants to push through this Town Hall. And there's the freeze that will clip the Town Hall and an Inferno Tower. The World Champion has been deployed to the bottom side, running her way through with a Skeleton Spell out in front.
Yeah, King goes to ability. They will get that Town Hall down. Queen is pathing directly behind the King. She's looking good. She's got all health still remaining, as well as her ability. Now, that Skeleton Spell is going to come very handy, but it's going to wear off here now. The World Champion will face off the enemy World Champion in here. She does have the Fox still on her, though, which will make sure that she's protected and made invisible from the World Champion and the remaining defenses. She goes to ability here as well, and she's super speedy, going from defense to defense. Queen is now going to be busy with those walls, and World Champion can clean out those last few huts. And we've got a triple on the board from Emporium Titans, which means NAVI have to triple again now. And I hope they don't fall short. They're gonna pass the lead over to Emporium Titans.
Yeah, with the minute and 12 left. That's not how fast the attack took. That's how much time was left, which means that it was a relatively slower attack from what the pros are kind of keeping themselves to kind of hit those marks of a minute 30. Is the closer you get to 60 seconds, that is crazy fast, and that really will help you win wars. But this match is not going to come down to time. This match is going to come down to the 3 stars, and if there's any more fails. Can't fail yet again. Each of these teams do have 1 fail, so perfect wars out the window here. Now, if Navi triple the remaining attacks, they will win this match because they have just a little bit of percentage lead, which the 1 fail that we had Gaku was the 92, while the 1 fail from Apparent Titans was an 88. So there's a little bit of the differential, so giving the Navi that lead here is now Navi is up with Kazuma coming in.
More Root Riders with the Barbarians and the Valkyries on this one as well. Looks like we have the Frozen Arrow double book on the Warden. And we've got the Hog Rider puppet there on the World Champion as well. I think that's because there is a single Inferno next to that Town Hall. We'll see how we deal with that. We've got the funnel already set with the siege and early warden ability, as you mentioned in previous attacks. A lot of these pro players are protecting all of these Root Riders very early on, letting them take a little bit of damage though, so that we can still get the value from the healing tome, but then that early warden ability will protect them from a lot of the early damage.
Yeah, as the King still has his ability, going to run his way through Skeleton Spells out in front on the bottom side to help distract that single target Inferno, so he can continue to move his way through. His Root Riders are going to path their way near this Town Hall as it is now activated, and they get targeted. So he drops the freeze. The Town Hall is going down super quick as the Queen is making her way up top with her ability still intact. Barbarians, Valkyries still running around, but the Wizard Tower is still up to the bottom side. Maybe drop a couple Super Barbs to help take that down, as the troops will still have to path their way back down to the bottom side there.
Now, Kazuma does have a lot of abilities still left. He used every single one of them here. King, Queen, and the World Champion still going on that right-hand side. Last few defenses going down. This is such an overkill. His hero's still up. Root Rider's there as well. And we have another triple on the board, which means Navi will still be holding their lead. 11 stars to 11. And it's 78 to, I think, 77% now.
Yep, 78.4 to a 77.6. So just a little bit of an advantage there to Navi. And of course, we're seeing lots of Root Riders, lots of Valkyries, because it is so strong in this meta. If you're looking to be getting a 3-star just in your attacks, and if you're struggling to get it, take a look at these pros, copy their armies, and you're able to use them in your matches. The thing that these pros do is pay attention. A lot of these Root Rider attacks have the Healing Tome, and they're popping the Warden ability very early. They're not waiting for when the Town Hall explodes to pop their Warden ability. The reason for that is so that they can protect as many troops as possible in early part of the attack, so you could push your way through, and then you could kind of just overwhelm the backside. So popping that Warden ability early seems to be a trend here with the pro players, so that they can really make their initial push, and then the healers can kind of make up the difference as you get deeper into the core of the base.
Yeah, we have made quite a transition. We used to see a lot of these pro players in previous Town Halls. They used to hold their ability, the Warden ability specifically for the Town Hall, because the poison from the Town Hall can do a lot of damage. Now, with the heroes being strong as well, they can clear out the remaining of some of these compartments pretty nicely, even if some of these Root Riders go down. Now, we've got more Root Riders coming in, this time on Klaus's base from our side here, with a Flame Flinger, though, interestingly enough.
Yeah, Flame Flinger is being used to help go for that multi-arch tower, as we're a Skeleton Spell out in front of the Monolith to the top side as Root Riders are down. Queen as well off to the right, and Valkyries. Warden, and let's see if he does an early Warden ability to really protect them as the Eagle shots have landed. King's gonna help try to go for the Monolith here. Poison Spell getting launched as he's continuing his way towards this tunnel as Rockaloons and some Ice Golems getting lured out of the CC.
Yeah, I think he had a heal spell in there as well, just to help counter that. Looks like a Giga Poison from the Poison spell tower went off there. World Champion on the right-hand side, and the Flame Flinger is still continuing through that left-hand side. Warden ability active just as he approaches the Town Hall. The Multi-Infernos are on these Root Riders. He's freezing the Town Hall and the Multi-Inferno, because there was a Tornado Trap in here, which is slowing everything down.
As the Town Hall's about to go down here as he continues through, the Warden does have the Diggy, still has the King ability as he's going through the Ricochet Cannon. Now it's activated as it's a multi-target Inferno down on the Royal Champion as she is continuing her way through the bottom, has her ability, a freeze and a Skeleton Spell to use, dropping that final Skeleton Spell, and now it's just a matter of pushing his way around with the Royal Champion, hasting her way to the bottom. And we have a 3-star here, which means that Navi and Klaus must triple their final attack to win this war.
Yes, the pressure is on. Triple to stay in the upper bracket. Now, it is double elimination, so whoever does fall short on this wall will not be going home just yet. We will have them jump down to the lower bracket. So if your favorite team does go down here, they will still stick around just a little bit longer. But another triple on the board here, as you mentioned, means Klaus has to triple again now to end it off here for Navi.
Oh, yes. Only one fail that we saw, which was from Gaku earlier, a 92% 2-star. And I don't know if anyone jinxed it, said it right in the middle of the very beginning of the attack, saying Gaku had like 30 triples in a row. And of course, the moment someone says that, it failed, which is, it doesn't have any correlation, right? There's no way. But we're going to see Klaus looking to close it off with a 3-star. And Klaus is such a good attacker. And I mean, can he push stars to try to beat his time, which was like 61 seconds because of the base that he chose? And it was a very odd base, everything in the core. And I'm really curious to see if we will be seeing a sub 60-second attack in the World's Warm-Up this weekend.
I mean, we're close to that 60-second mark, that's for sure. We just need a few seconds to beat it. The thing is with those ring bases as well, you have to go all in. If something goes wrong with that Town Hall in the middle, it can be problematic. So the fact that he crushed it, and he crushed it so quickly, was really nice to see. Klaus is now up with the final attack now. We've got the healer puppet, the archer puppet on the queen, double book on the warden, and we've got the hog rider with the haste vial on the royal champion.
As Root Riders are down, king, queen, warden, all being placed together, going straight into this town hall here. It can't just be a 2-star. It's got to be the triple, 3 or nothing, and to take the victory as we have a freeze coming down straight on towards the invisibility spell tower so that he could help secure the town hall as the warden ability now is activated.
World champions coming in with the siege troops. We got some hogs coming in here as well. So not only does the world champion have her hogs, but there's some additional ones coming out of that clank. Are those super hogs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the first time we've seen them in the tournament so far. We got the king coming through with his ability through the heart of the base. The root riders are still present and they're looking healthy. There's a lot of health still on them. He's freezing that single point damage so he can keep as many of these root riders alive and keep the world champion healthy towards the back end. And to be honest, with the final freeze, he can get some nice value by freezing this scatter shot or help a little bit on the south hand side, which he does opt for. And he's got the queen and he has the world champion ability still available.
Yeah, with the RC ability, he can haste her way around. Still has the queen ability, making their way through as hogs come through with that RC ability. The hog puppet spawns, and Klaus getting the 3-star. And only one fail from each one of these teams in this match. And the 92% was enough for Gaku to get the victory. 14-14, Emporium Titans. Great effort, but unfortunately the one fail. You had a chance to try to defeat NAVI, but unfortunately we're not able to do it. And I mean, perfect wars here in this competition seems like if you get a perfect war, you really have a good chance at winning because the opponents are messing up one attack, which is costing them the matches.
Yeah, we had that one fail here, as you mentioned. The 2-star 88 from Maziar here. Very unfortunate that fell short. That could have been their window of opportunity as they had the little frame that we had from Gaku, but unfortunately was not enough. As you can see here, Gaku came through with a 92%, but triples all across the board. And look at stars, 3-star with 101, Carbon.
61-second triple. And I feel like that can be improved, right? I really want to see if maybe someone can take a screenshot of that base that stars hit, builds it, and now we can have a competition to see if we can lower that time. Because if someone's got a fireball and tries to really break the base down, you can really get quicker than 60 seconds. Incredible stuff. But let's welcome